So here's something a little different. Genesis Battle of Champions. It is a Canadian-made, Canadian-invented, Canadian-created game. 100% Canadian. And they are on their third set, called Raise. Fourth set is currently in development, about to come out, I believe. I think in the fall. And I thought I would jump in and maybe have some fun with this sort of a thing. Only place you can really get it in this area is North of Exile Games in Penetang. And Jason there was kind enough to hook me up with some promo cards from their Patreon, I believe. So we've got Kuhn, Long, Instill Vigor, and Dedicated Studies. These are full arts and a couple of foils there. And beautiful, very nice foiling, actually. Gorgeous stuff. I think it's even printed in Canada, actually. Everything is done in Canada for this game. Most of the artists, I believe, are Canadian as well. So the game is played on a 5x6 grid. It's not just a regular card game you play on any old mat. You have to do it on this grid because it's what is it, tactical card game they call it, because your cards actually move around the play area. They turn, it's like a miniatures game almost, but with cards. So without further ado, let's open some packs of the beta and see what we get. So I haven't yet played the game myself, but the way it works from what I see is you have a champion. You choose your champion, which we'll probably see one in this pack. You place them on the game board, and using their I can't remember what they call their resource, but using their resource, you're able to cast cards from your hand, or play cards, creatures, spells, and stuff from your hands, and you move them around. You got to try and protect your champion. So it's a little bit different than what we're used to with Magic stuff, but still, it's a card game. It's fun. They've got some really great artwork on some of these. Very creepy there. So there's a champion, for example, Nubia. Right? You can tell because at the bottom they have a little champion symbol. It's a little helmet with horns. And also they're the only cards on the top that have these stats. So that's their life, their aura, I believe is what it's called. And I do not know what the third one is, but their aura is what they use to cast spells. They have the same idea for card distribution with rares, mythics, things like, well, they're not called mythics, they're called epics, I believe. Rares, epics, and stuff. Their set symbols in the bottom left corner there, BET for the beta, because it's all from the beta set. And if you notice on the side here, you'll see this little color symbol. Each champion, I believe, has 2 color symbols that they can work with, if you want to call it that. And in your deck, you are only allowed cards with that color symbol. It's a 50 card maximum and minimum deck. That's it, 50 cards. But you can have as many copies of any one card as you want. See, that's the one we had the promo card for. That's the regular one, and then of course it's full art for the promo card. There's another champion, Feng. It actually sounds like a fun game with its cross between card games and miniature gaming sort of thing. Like, it just seems like something that actually could be quite fun. And I hope when things get back to normal, we can all see each other in person. I can actually play this with someone. There's Champion Raha. And you'll notice they have different health, different auras, different whatever the third one is called. And that's just how they are. Each one is balanced in that way. Because of stuff like that, they do balance them so that for sure one that has maybe, you know, you might want to say, oh, I'll pick the one with higher health, I live longer, but it doesn't necessarily work because, I don't know, maybe they don't have enough aura or something like that. This Skeleton King artwork is gorgeous, though. That's really good. And Malevolent Spirit, too. Their creepy artwork is done really well. There's Long, another one of the champions. Have that nice little Made in Canada symbol on the back, which is also fun. Because like I said, 100% made in Canada, right? Another champion, Idris. No, Idris. So from what I understand of it, you kind of do your turns simultaneously, I believe. You move your characters around, and when you're done, they exert, it's called. So you put a token on them that says you've done their thing. You've done all you can do with that person, and that's it. This card reminds me of Ponder with the artwork there. I think it's Ponder from Magic, but beautiful in its own right. No, it doesn't focus that close, but I mean, like, really gorgeous. So the idea with how they work, like I said, if you have your champion with their, let's get to a champion and we'll look at one. So there's Malik, for example, right? And he's got his, what is that, 80 aura. So when you cast one of these cards, it will tell you, for example, I think that's the right one. Am I looking at the right one? No, maybe I'm not. But it takes a certain amount of aura to cast a card. And they have a iPhone app, Android app, mobile app, I guess I should say. They have a mobile app that you can use to track that sort of stuff, or you can do it pen and paper, however you want, whatever you feel better doing. Because it's like a countdown, basically. Your life and your aura count down. I think there are cards to replenish the aura in some of them. You'll see here too on the top, this is their area of, not influence, basically the area they recognize stuff in. Originally, when I first heard about this game, I thought it was going to be like the Warhammer one, where you basically have 4 cards across and they do certain things to certain cards in front of them. I thought, okay, well, that's kind of been done already sort of thing. But it's not. So this shows you their area of awareness, I think it's called. Shows their area of awareness around them, right? In a 9-block zone. The middle one here being them, I believe. And red is what they can see and interact with. You'll see, like, for example, this one, Essence Drain, can hit any creatures or whatever, or champions, I guess, in that area. This one here can see on either side and in front. Oh, that's a champion. That's Rain. So Rain can see that. The Chrono Walker can only see directly in front. This one here, Guided Arrow, which I guess is kind of just an attack spell. It can hit 2 items in front, a bit more of a ranged attack. So I really am excited to get to finally play it. I think it'll be interesting, different, and a little bit of fun to try because of the whole tactical part that's missing, I guess, from some of the other games. Moving things around on a board. I've always wanted to play, well, I guess Warhammer or whatever, but these things are very daunting to get into. This, 50 card deck and a champion, and you can kind of do the same or similar enough of a thing. There's Fang, another, whoops, there's Fang, another champion. I don't think we've seen this one, have we? Cognitive Restriction. They do have, oh, it's a rare, so you can see on the bottom there, whoops, you can't see it. There on the bottom it has its rarity level. Those are uncommons. Commons are blue, uncommons are green. And rares are that yellowy golden color. There's a whole, oh, Nubia, this is the one people talk about too, because that artwork's very beautiful, and it is. Looks even better in person. Oh, I lost track of what I was about to say. Now I remember, yes. So there's also a whole lore thing going on, like they did with Magic for a while, that I guess kind of dropped off, or just kind of started to suck after, well, I guess even during War of the Spark, but after it especially. There's a whole lore thing. They release stuff, I believe, on their website that tells you, that goes through, I guess, the whole story of what's going on in Genesis Battle of Champions. Another champion. Oh, we saw that one already. Adurus. If you follow them on YouTube and Facebook and all that, they do a bunch of stuff online, live video stuff, where they talk about game creation, they talk about the new set coming out and all kinds of stuff like that. I've only met them virtually online, and they seem like really nice guys too, so be sure to check them out when you get a chance. So I did buy the 2-player beta set, which is a great way to start, I believe. It comes with a paper play mat and enough cards for 2 full decks, that sort of thing. So a lot of these cards are familiar to me to see, because they're part of that. The other 2 boxes that I got, what are they called? Welcome to Jalara and Raised. I have no idea what those cards are, so those are going to be fun to open to see what we get. Also, if I knew how to play the game a little bit better, I would know the usefulness of some of these cards and actually be able to say, oh great, look, this does this, this does that. As of right now, it's just really admiring the artwork and getting ready to play when we can. See, if you look at this Trudge, it's got a lot of awareness. So let's say action, exert everything in Trudge's awareness. They cannot move or rotate this round. So that's pretty good, I guess. It kind of locks down your opponent there for a bit. It does operate with a stack like most card games do, so there are people can react to things and things like that. They have what do they call it here? They have a name for their instant action cards that I cannot remember. Swift. So Swift is something that can be done at Swift speed, I guess it would be called. It can be done, I guess, added to the stack or whatever on your opponent's turn. Well, no, it's not really turns, right? I don't believe. So if anything I've said so far sounds interesting to you about this game, then by all means, do check it out. You can order online from most places. They have, on their website, just look up Genesis Battle of Champions, and you'll find them online. They have links to all the stores that carry their stuff. I don't think we've gotten that one before. The Demon Scrolls. Search your timeline for a card and put it into your thoughts. Shuffle your timeline. Ah, yes, and your deck is called your timeline, and your hand is called your thoughts, as far as I can tell. Also, do check out their website for how to actually play the game, because I may have gotten half the stuff I said wrong. So do not feel like you have to tell me how wrong I am about things. Just point it out so I know how to correct it going forward, but I'm not saying anything wrong on purpose. So that is Genesis Battle of Champions, the beta set. I hope you enjoyed watching, and I hope it interests you in or intrigues you to check it out. This way, when stores open back up, we can do face-to-face gaming. I will have one more person to play against, hopefully. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.